All right, so now you got your firm map, and what we want to do is we want to understand, for instance, like maybe you don't know where exactly you want to work. You don't have a firm in mind, but you want to understand where do you want to move, for instance, like after graduation. All right, I need to look for a job. It doesn't make sense for me to spread myself all over the map. Maybe I'm going to move to a specific location first where there's a higher concentration of firms with work. And I'm going to, once I get there, then I'll focus on that region. And so what I'm going to show you guys how to do is how to cross-reference this point data right here with a map. And you can use any map you want. You could use a state map, for instance, maybe to find which states have the most firms, but I think that's a bit too broad. I want something a bit more specific. I want something that focuses more on the actual urban regions that you're going to move to. So this map here is a map that you can download from census.gov. It's basically tiger lines for major urban regions in the United States. And so if you open attribute table, you can see like these are major urban regions, metro areas, that kind of stuff. So there's a tool, there's another tool in the joins function called spatial joins. If you right click on a layer and you go to the joins and relates button and you go into the join option here, you see in the first drop down here, there's an option called join data from another location based on spatial location, this. So what we want to do is we want to join to, we join to the tiger line is the architecture firm. So it automatically selected this one, which is correct. And I want to get the sum. And maybe let's just do average as well. Basically what it's going to do is going to add up all the points that fall within a specific geographic feature, and then it's going to add up all the numerical aspects, so the revenue, the staffing, all that stuff, and it'll also take an average as well. If you don't check that box, it won't do that. Then once you have that set, then choose a location to export that information to, so I'll just save it to my Dropbox, and I'll call this architecture firm locations, save, then click OK. And it's going to, as you can see, spatial join. And now let's turn off all the other layers just so we can focus on this one we just exported. If you open that, you see in the back of this list here, it has some information related to counts, sum, averages, sums, averages, sums. Now, unfortunately, because we properly labeled our lines, you're not going to be able to remember what information here. So we just have to go back and reference the original table. So I'm just going to go back to this table here and just double check. So for instance, we want to, well, first let's do this. Let's do count, this line here. This basically just, all it did was it counted the number of items that fell within each of the locations. So if we visualize that, double click on this, go to symbolize, quantities, value, count. And then let's do maybe 10 ranges, for instance. Click apply. Now this is actually a pretty interesting map, because now what you see here is these dark blue regions are the main regions where architecture firms are located in the United States. So if you wanted to get a job, you would probably move to maybe Atlanta, this region right here. Maybe you move to the Dallas region, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Portland and Seattle, Colorado. What's this region here? I forgot my location map is.
Can't you also use the blue info circle?
Or you could just click on this blue info circle right here and click on a feature like that, and it will show you all the information related to that information. This is a great trick that I use all the time in all my projects. And that is basically spatial joining.